Hey everyone, Xander's here, and well, it's kind of time to play devil's advocate. I've really enjoyed Sun and Moon. I continue to enjoy Sun and Moon, and I can't wait for the update in January for Pokemon Bank so I can finally enjoy Sun and Moon to its fullest potential. But while I did have some positive things to say about the games, I have some negative things to say about them too. And we're going to discuss that here today. So here we are, 4 negatives of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Number 1. Not enough regional variants. Yeah, the last video I started off with regional variants, and I'm going to do that again here. This time, it's the problems I had with regional variants. There weren't enough of them. In fact, what upset me once I got through the games and got pretty much all the information out of the games, finally since everything was kind of public and I wasn't worrying about data mines or spoilers, I found out that the only regional variants we did not find about through promotional material was the Geodude line. 3 regional variants, all from the same line, were the only ones I didn't know about. That depressed me. In fact, it kind of angered me, because I was wanting to see more. I was excited to see what other Gen 1 Pokemon got the Alolan treatment. I was really excited for it, and it was kind of deflated when I found out that Geodude, Graveler, and Golem were the last ones. That was it. They were interesting. They were rock electric, and the designs are kind of cool. But I wanted more. If they do keep regional variants around for future games, and I hope they do, I think it's a little bit more without spoiling so many of them. I know some of it was due to mistakes on their end, and they ended up just having to do it anyway. I know some of it was data mining, and they ended up having to say a lot, but even with the data mining, they never said anything about the Geodude line, so I kind of held out hope that there was more. So, yeah, Game Freak, you gotta keep up with the regional variants. That's gonna help keep the numbers from inflating out of control in your Pokédex. And it'll keep old favorites, and maybe not so old favorites, or old not so favorites, however you want to look at it, and give them new life and some new strategy and really increase the metagame and make it a lot more fun. Keep up with it. Give us a bit more next time around. Don't skimp on it. It really wasn't something I was happy with. Number 2, the frame rate drops. Holy shit, does this game chug along sometimes. I'm not even joking. I have a new 3DS, and even on the newest version of the system, the game has a pretty noticeable slowdown. Mainly this is in double battles or in SOS battles where it's 2v1, but there is some big on-screen slowdown, and it's so noticeable and it's depressing. It's not to say that didn't happen in previous games, but in this one, it's so noticeable. Yes, the game is pushing the limits of the system, I get that, but that still doesn't stop it from being kind of a negative. Another thing I've noticed that there's a lot of slowdown time between when you select a move and when the moves are executed. It can take a little bit longer for moves to start taking effect and go into action, whether it's you or an opponent. It really slows down the pace of the battles, and I'm wondering how it's going to affect the actual tournament stuff. It may not be affecting it too much right now, but it just feels like a negative for the competitive side of things, and it just really kind of doesn't do much for people if your game runs too slow. There's a reason people look at frame rate as a big deal now. So I'm willing to give some forgiveness for this, considering how much they are pushing the 3DS to its limit, but that doesn't necessarily excuse it on the whole. You gotta try a better Game Freak, just a bit. I mean, with the Switch coming out, if you're planning on jumping from 3DS to being a Switch-only kind of series, cool, that might help. And we won't see as much slowdown, but even still, it was just kind of something that bugged me. Number 3, the lack of triple and rotation battles. I hated that we lost 2 battle types in this generation. Not to say that triple battles or rotation battles are my favorite kind. I actually prefer doubles and singles over triple and rotation. But they're kind of essential and always for fun, and I do like doing them once in a while. It's taking away options and choices for players just never sits well with me personally. I hate that we now have less options, and frankly, while the Battle Royale mode is kind of cool, I don't think it's a good replacement for 2 modes. And I really haven't had a chance to play much with Battle Royale, and it's cool and all. I thought it was going to be a little better than it is because, again, it suffers from the frame rate issues. So Battle Royale still suffers a bit too in its own ways. It's kind of a negative, but not enough to make this list. But the complete negation of triple and rotation battles in Gen 7, I really don't know if this is excusable. I know some people that are disappointed, with those lack of options, and it's kind of depressing to only see single or double options for battles. I mean, you can still do multi, so you still have 4 people playing in a 2v2 setting, but it still kind of takes away when you lose the ability to play in certain ways you've been used to for at least 1 or 2 generations or longer in the game series. So let's bring them back for the next games. And number 4, online functionality. Oh boy, does Gen 7 suffer here. Gen 6 suffer from some issues with dropping out unintentionally. Gen 7 seems to be a little bit worse for that though. But the worst thing between Gen 6 and Gen 7 when it comes to the online functionality is the accessibility of it. It is just a chore to get to anything now for online, for trading, for battles. You have to go to the festival plaza, then you've got to connect to the internet, then you get to pick the options, then you get to pick the person. Whereas Gen 6, connect to the internet, choose Wonder Trade, choose trade option, or battle option right there without having to go to a special hub world, and then just get in and do it. It was a lot faster, a lot more streamlined last generation compared to this generation. This one kind of just made it a little too convoluted for my tastes. I mean, I don't mind the Festival Plaza. It's kind of cool for a nice little distraction. I wouldn't have minded, them keeping that because it's kind of like the mall aspect they did in Black and White 2. It's kind of cool. I can't really, look down that, though I think maybe they should have made it more of a Street Pass thing. That's completely lacking in this game. There's no Street Pass functionality whatsoever. So the Festival Plaza could have easily been a Street Pass thing. And, well, it's just a hassle to go through trades and all that. And of course, the GTS is already suffering from the here's a Weedle, I want a Mew syndrome. And it's not fun for a lot of people. Wonder Trade's not too bad. I like the new animations and the Wonder Trade stuff, or just the trade in general. I like the kind of update to music. I like the update to the trade animations, stuff like that. But it's just become such a hassle, and I've been dropped a few times. And what's worse is that if you get dropped because of something that happens that's out of your control, you can still be punished. I had a friend, my buddy Tom actually, he was trying to Wonder Trade, it dropped, and when he went in to try to trade again, he couldn't. In fact, he couldn't battle. He pretty much ended up with a 24-hour temporary ban from online functionality because of something that was out of his control. Yeah, I'm not liking that. I don't think this is a good thing. So that, to me, is the biggest problem with Gen 7, is its online functionality. It's really a big step back from the more streamlined, easily accessible online features from Gen 6. And Game Freak really has to kind of fix that, I think, next time around. If there's going to be a third game, or for the possible Gen 4 remakes that are going to be coming, can we please make the online a little bit more easy to access, easier to use, and less drop prone, please, a little more stable? That'd be great. So there you have it. Those are my 4 negatives for Sun and Moon, at least the biggest ones to me. Do you agree with me? Do you think these were negatives, or am I kind of just blowing them out of proportion? Maybe you have something completely different that you think was a negative about the games. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. And, well, thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to keep chatting with me, follow me on Twitter @Xandros, and I'll be happy to talk with you. So, until next time, my name is Xandros, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.